morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Meeting 2025-0508R. Are we good? City Clerk, are we on?
Yes, we are, Mayor.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Okay. First, I'd like to announce that agenda item number 7 regarding the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement Memoranda of Agreement has been removed from the agenda and will not be heard tonight. City Clerk, please announce our music selection. Oh, and the Lakewood, I'm sorry. I don't have the new agenda. Thank you. Okay. Agenda item 12 regarding the Lakewood East parking study has been continued and will not be heard on tonight's agenda. Okay, thank you.
Tonight's music selection made by City Attorney Pyburn was Star Wars: A New Hope, played by John Williams in the Weiner Philharmonica. At the May 22nd Commission meeting, the music selection will be made by our City Manager, Sheila Rose.
Nope. Oh, good.
We'd like to remind everyone to please silence your mobile devices. To help with sound quality, please make sure to speak clearly and directly into your microphone, and mute your microphone when you're not speaking. If anyone is having trouble hearing at any point during the meeting, please raise your hand, and someone will bring you an audio assistance device. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you please call the roll, City Clerk?
Commissioner Rydell.
Here.
Commissioner Welch.
Here.
Commissioner Brody.
Here.
Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Here.
Mayor Raley.
Here.
City Manager Rose.
Here.
City Attorney Pyburn.
Here.
What's here? Thank you. Can we all stand, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance? Okay, thank you. City Attorney?
Thank you, Mayor. This meeting is being conducted live with a physical quorum present. The material for today's meeting is available online at coconutcreek.net. Anyone wishing to appeal any decision made will need a record of the proceedings, and for such purpose may need to ensure that a verbatim recording of the proceedings is made, including the testimony and evidence upon which the appeal is to be based. The archive of this meeting may be requested from the City Clerk or may be heard online at coconutcreek.net. If you haven't already, please silence your mobile devices. If you must take a phone call, please excuse yourself and step outside. Respect and proper decorum will be maintained throughout the meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Well, this evening is a very special evening for our high schoolers, and we welcome you. I want to say that this is our first presentation of the evening. It is our 16th annual Students Awards Ceremony, recognizing exemplary students from Coconut Creek High Schools. Today is a day that we recognize our amazing students, and I have to say it's one of our favorite days of the year and our favorite meeting. You are the perfect example of what our future is going to look like. And we thank you. We thank the teachers. We want to recognize our teachers and administrators. So those of you that are in the audience, please stand so you may be recognized. And of course, our parents and families that support our students. This is This is a group effort. Students do not do this on their own. They do this with guidance from families, teachers, community. And you are a perfect example of that, and we thank you. So families and support groups, please stand so we can recognize you. And we are very fortunate tonight to have State Representative Christine Hunchovsky available. She was earlier. Kay, maybe she didn't realize. She was here from Tallahassee, but I'm sure she sends her congratulations as well. I will turn this God bless you. I will turn the ceremony now over to our Government Affairs Manager, Bernadette Hughes.
Thank you, Mayor Raley, and thank you, everyone. Can I close this? Yes, okay. My name is Bernadette Hughes, and I'm the Government Affairs Manager for the City of Coconut Creek. Well, our congratulations sign got lost. That's our agenda for the evening. You're more than welcome to stay afterwards for the meeting. It's my honor to welcome you to tonight's 16th annual high school student recognition ceremony. It's wonderful to see everyone here. This is actually the first time we've held this ceremony here in our commission chambers during a commission meeting, so it actually makes it a little bit more special. And you've attended your first commission meeting, hopefully the first of many at this point. We're proud to have so many high school students attending Coconut Creek High Schools, and I'm honored to present the names of our accomplished high school student achievers, along with their outstanding principals, assistant principals, other administrators, and teachers who will be joining us up on the dais to recognize your students as well. The students I'm about to call were selected by their teachers and administrators as students who have excelled in academics, leadership, character, and community service. Each of them truly deserves to be recognized for their outstanding accomplishments. Now, before I get started, I do want to recognize 2 employees who made this event possible, and it also gives me an opportunity to apologize in advance if I mangle anyone's name. I apologize, and I'm actually going to mangle one of our employees' names, Leo, I think it's Molero, who helped us. We've only worked together for 8 years. And Victoria Wallen, over here, and they made this event possible for you. So students, when I call your school, if you'll please come up to my left, your right, along the window over there, and wait until when I call your school, come over here, and then wait until I call your name, and you'll come up to the stage to receive a certificate of achievement from the Mayor of Coconut Creek. You should remain on the stage until all of your classmates at your school have been called, and then we'll call up your principals, your administrators, teachers to take a picture with you. As you leave the stage, you'll be presented with an award from the City of Coconut Creek. As part of our Green Initiative, you'll each receive a reusable smart notebook. For the parents, grandparents, parents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, and everybody else in the room, as the students are coming up, please hold off on clapping. What we're going to do is I'm going to call the names of the students, and then I'm going to list all their accomplishments. So please wait until I list all of their accomplishments, because they have worked so hard to receive these, and then go ahead and clap. Open it.
Give it a second.
Okay. I can't slide over. So I'd like to go ahead and get started by asking our commissioners to come up on the dais. And then I'm going to get started with Atlantic Technical High School. So all the ATC students who have been recognized, line up along the window over here.
How did the mouse go? Sorry,
It's okay.
it glitched. It's like here, but I can't see it. I'm trying to get it. There we go. But I'm gonna bring it. Hold on.
Okay. I think Assistant Director Laporte is here, and if you could come up on the dais as well. There's always technical difficulty. Sorry, everyone.
No, there you go.
Okay, can I close it? No, okay. Please excuse the papers. So Vicki Laporte is amazing. She's the assistant director at ATC. If we could give her a round of applause. Okay, our first student is Aisha Aklush. Aisha was a member of the National Honor Society, HOSA, or Future Health Professionals, and Junior ROTC. She is a Bright Future Scholarship winner. She was the first place winner of the drill team, Lieutenant Squad, and she will be attending Broward College. Congratulations, Aisha. Sophia de los Santos. Sophia was a Student Government Association president. She was the president of both Students Working Against Tobacco and Students Preventing Unintentional Drownings. She was awarded multiple scholarships, and she is planning on attending UC Berkeley. Jonathan Fleury. Jonathan was president of the Youth Council at Pompano Beach SDA Church. He was a Brace cadet. He has received multiple leadership positions for school clubs and organizations, including the Teen Political Forum and Broward Youth Coalition, and he will be attending Florida State University. Anthony Rubio. Anthony was the senior class president. He has received multiple awards, including the Broward County Student Leadership Award and the Business Professionals of America Award. He will be attending the University of Florida. And Ruth St. Cyr. Ruth was the senior class vice president. She has held multiple leadership positions for school clubs and organizations, including Teen Political Forum and the National Honor Society, and she will be attending Broward College. Now, our amazing photographer, Jason, is going to get everyone ready for a group photo. So are there any other teachers or administrators that want to come up for the photo?
Congratulations, and keep up the great work. You guys get in the middle. You're the stars of the show.
No other teachers or administrators? Okay.
Thank you so much. No, thank you guys for doing what you do.
For the parents in the room, you may come up if you want to take a photo from the aisle, get a better picture too. Jason will get out of your way in 1 second. And I will too.
Keep up the great work, guys.
Okay, one more picture.
If we're going to want to announce after, there's going to be time to take pictures.
Now, for those of you that are interested, I can tell you we're going to have a recess after this session before we go to the next agenda item. Our commissioners love pictures, so you can come up on the dais and take as many pictures as you want. Okay, our next school is Coconut Creek High School, so let's have all the Coconut Creek High School students line up along the window to my left. And while they're doing that, I believe we have Dr. Nearer and Assistant Principal Soto here, so if you could come up on the dais. Let's give them a round of applause. Here you go, ladies. Okay, our first student is Renia Allen. Renia was the 2023 and 2024 class president. She has held multiple leadership positions for school clubs and organizations, including the Teen Political Forum and the National Honor Society. At this time, she is undecided about her future plans, but we know it's going to be great. Let's give her a round of applause. Next is Yuvika Limage. Yuvika has held multiple leadership positions for school clubs and organizations, including the National Honor Society and Secretary of the Health Information Project. She was an Outstanding Scholar Award winner, and she will be attending Florida State University. Paris Nicholas. Paris was the president of Mentoring Tomorrow's Leaders. She has held multiple leadership positions for school clubs and organizations, including SGA and Priority Christian Club. Paris will be attending Southeastern University. Jornali Perella. Jornali was president of Latinos in Action. She received many awards, including first place in the World Languages Competition, and will be attending Broward College. And Michelle Ponce. Michelle was vice president of Latinos in Action. She was involved in multiple school clubs, including the National Honor Society and the Key Club, and Michelle will be enlisting in the United States Army. So while Jason gets everybody ready for a picture, is there anyone else here from Coconut Creek High School, teachers and administrators and principals that wants to come up and be in the picture? And parents, you can come up in the aisle to get prepared to take your photos.
Make sure you own that title, all right?
Oh, yeah. He'll move for you in a second.
Thank you. Let them smile for him.
Mom, you got competition.
Down a little bit, calm down. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, wait, let her take a picture. Okay, next up is College Academy at Broward College. So let's have those students line up next to the window. And while the students are lining up, I think Assistant Principal Cameron is here, so if you can join us up on the dais, that would be fantastic. Please join me in giving her a round of applause. Okay, our first student is Giovanni Barnes. Giovanni was vice president of the Student Government Association for North Campus. He was debate tournament champion, and he will be attending Nova Southeastern University. Demarion Brown. Demarion was College Academy's marching band drum major, and he's held multiple leadership positions for school clubs and organizations, including the Coding Club and SGA. He will be attending Boston University. Kristen Fitzpatrick. Kristen was parliamentarian for the National Honor Society. She's won several awards, including the National African American Recognition Award and the AP Scholar with Honors Award. She will be attending Florida State University. Okay, Melania Fonte, did I get it right? Fonte. Melania was the Monarch Mentoring Club president. She was a member of multiple school clubs, including the Principals Advisory Board and the National Achiever Society, and she will be attending Florida International University. And Sarah Offhouse. Sarah was National Honor Society officer. She was host of the College Academy at Broward College podcast, and she will be attending the University of South Florida. Are there any teachers or administrators from College Academy that are here that would like to come up and take a picture? Okay, parents, feel free to come up in the aisle and get prepped to take your photos after Jason gets them set up. Oh, don't go anywhere.
That's amazing.
Okay, our next school is Dave Thomas Education Center. So let's have all those students line up along the windows. Yes, let's give them a round of applause. And while they're doing that, I understand that we have Principal Crawford and Assistant Principal Swanson here. So if you could join us up on the dais. And let's give them a round of applause. Okay, our first student is Nashia Syriac. Did I get? Nashia was the secretary of the Pearls of Excellence mentoring program. She volunteered her time in numerous events, including the beach cleanup and the North Lauderdale Holiday Parade. At this time, she is undecided about her future plans, but we know they're going to be amazing. Let's give her a round of applause. Aiden Hauser. Aiden was a Green Mentor steward at Dave Thomas Education Center. His teachers and administrators shared that he exhibits respect, professionalism, and offers assistance when needed. He is undecided about his future plans at this time. And Ethan Johnson. Ethan was a Green Mentor steward at Dave Thomas Education Center. He actually created a school garden with faculty and volunteers, and now volunteers his time to clean and maintain the garden. Ethan is undecided about his future plans. Are there any other teachers or administrators from Dave Thomas that want to come on up? And parents, go ahead and line up. I know. You can stay after for more pictures, too. Don't go anywhere yet. Okay, next up is Monarch High School. So let's have all the Monarch students being recognized line up next to the windows. And while they're doing that, I know we have Principal Cecil here, so come on up, and also Assistant Principal Weaver, so come on up on the dais. And they are both amazing, so let's give them a round of applause.
What's up? Hey, congratulations on a big win tonight.
Okay, our first Monarch student is Emily Baker. Emily was the Operations Committee Manager for the Key Club. She was a member of multiple school clubs, including the National Honor Society and the National English Honor Society, and she'll be attending Florida State University. Rethzana Joseph. Rethzana was a JROTC member and JLab captain. She's held multiple leadership positions, including the French Honor Society, the National Honor Society, Key Club, SGA, and even more. She'll be attending either Florida Atlantic University or Nova Southeastern. Catherine Peng. Catherine was a Key Club webmaster and corresponding secretary. She's received multiple awards and scholarships, including the Florida Academic Scholars Award and the Mackin Florida Opportunity Scholarship, and she'll be attending the University of Florida. And Janika Stevens. Janika was treasurer of the Black Student Union, received a medal for outstanding senior leader, and will be attending the University of North Florida. Are there any other teachers or administrators from Monarch that want to come up on the dais for the picture? All right, if not, we're going to take the photo. Parents, come on up in the aisle and get ready to take yours.
I'm just saying,
Our next school is North Broward Preparatory School. So let's have all the North Broward Prep students line up along the windows. And while they're doing that, I understand Principal Lynch is here. So if you could come on up and join the commission. Let's give her a round of applause. Our first student is Luke Diamond. Luke was the varsity cross-country team captain. He was a member of multiple school clubs, including SGA and Sitting for Service Hours, which I understand is volunteering. And Luke will be attending Florida State University. Brandon Moldoff. Brandon was the National Honor Society Vice President and the Math Honors Society President. He is founder of his school's pre-law club, and he will be attending Wake Forest University. Harishi Patel. Harishi was president of the Computer Science Club, a member of multiple honor societies, including Math, Science, Spanish, History, and the National Honor Society, and will be attending Carnegie Mellon University. Zoe Reisman. Zoe was president of the Debate Club. She received multiple scientific accomplishments specifically for research papers on algae biofuel and hydrogen simulations. That's a tongue twister. She's undecided on which university she will be attending, but will be studying material science engineering. Ashley Wang. Ashley was a founding member of Envision Education Shanghai, which helped 500 plus students and donated 100 plus laptops. She has held multiple internships for major pharmaceutical companies like Eli Lilly and Johnson & Johnson, and she will be attending Rice University. Are there any other administrators or teachers from North Broward Prep that want to come up on the dais for a picture? All right, while Jason's getting them organized, parents, come on up. Now, before I close, I do want to reiterate that we're going to have a brief intermission right as soon as we're done here, so you can come up on the dais and take some photos in front of the screen, and there's also a stand and repeat outside with butterflies on it. Our commissioners will be here to take photos with you, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, on behalf of the entire city and the entire city commission, thank you for taking the time to join us this evening here at City Hall to honor these amazing students. We wish all of the students a wonderful and successful college experience or whatever path they choose to go on, and we hope to see you back here in Coconut Creek when you graduate. We do have internships here in the city, and we're a wonderful place to work. So with that being said, have a wonderful evening, and thank you for coming tonight.
Congratulations to everyone, and happy Mother's Day, and enjoy the rest of your summer. Well, that was a lovely presentation, and congratulations to all our graduates. 2025 is exciting for our graduates, and the future's even more exciting. Okay, a presentation. Next, we have a presentation of a $7,000 donation to the city from North Creek Presbyterian Church for the Coconut Creek Police Explorer Program. And Pastor Mark Bolhoffner will make the presentation and present the check to Chief of Police Fred Hoffer and his team, please. Hoofer.
Yeah, now we're facing them. Do I need to stand up there? No, you're good. Yeah, we will afterwards. Mayor and Commissioners, it's our honor to be here. This is our 16th year of presenting funds to support the Explorers. We figure it's somewhere in the range of $100,000 over the years. And what a blessing it has been. I'm also on the board of the Do the Right Thing here in the city, and today I was part of the scholarship committee that reviewed the applicants for Do the Right Thing college scholarships, and it was just wonderful to see how many of the applications were submitted by explorers and all the awards that they've won and all the things they've done. So it's such a great thing for us to be involved and to work with them. And they help through the preparation for the race year by year. And the officers that run the program, it has been wonderful to know them and work with them. They show up for the committee meetings and help with all the planning. But I have with me in particular our board, some of which have been running this for all 16 years. Our leader is Stacy Thurwell, and here's Walt Jominy and Ted Stitzer and Bob Mumph, and they're integral to the planning year-long for the race, and it's wonderful to be here. So we just would like now to present, surely someone is going to come this way. It felt like church, everybody sitting in the back. We would like to present to the explorers.
Yes.
We'll wait till they're all on up here.
Yeah.
We'll give them the check. That's all? That's it? All right. So it's our honor to present the check for $7,000 to the Explorer program.
Wonderful.
As they're getting ready to take the picture, I just wanted to personally thank Pastor Ballhoffner and all the members of the North Creek Presbyterian Church. This is a big deal. Every year they come through and help the Explorers, help fund this program to keep them going through the competitions and whatnot. Furthermore, as Pastor mentioned, he's part of the Do the Right Thing board, and they also hold the first responder mass every year. So they're big supporters throughout the community, but also specifically the first responder community, and we really appreciate it, and we look forward to many years of a great relationship. Thank you very much.
As well, if you don't mind.
Susan Steinhauser.
This is a fun evening. Lots of good things.
Okay.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, explorers. Thank you, officers. You do an amazing job. Okay. Now we'll have input from the public on non-agenda or consent agenda items. I remind everyone wishing to speak that all comments must pertain to city business. Respect and proper decorum will be maintained. Behavior that disrupts the orderly conduct of this meeting, such as clapping, shouting, too late for that, clapping, shouting, booing, and cheering is not permitted. Any person who violates the decorum rules will be subject to removal from the commission chambers. City Clerk Kavanaugh, is there anyone who is signed in to speak on the non-agenda or consent agenda items?
Yes, Mayor, we have one individual this evening, Susan Steinhauser.
Thank you. Susan, welcome back.
Hey guys, it has been a while. Susan Steinhauser, 5842 Eagle Cay Circle, Coconut Creek, 33073. I picked the right night to be here. Man, okay, so inspired with all the youth, the police explorers, it was amazing. I'm here really just for three things, but overreaching overall, I want to say thank you, because we do not have, I don't have the opportunity to say it often enough. I can't get here often enough, but I spent time looking at the city's website, finally, and I saw a video about the Foundation for Independent Living. I'm still choked up 2 days later when I think about that. So I really hope to volunteer there, and I want to thank you for that. Having that here in our city is amazing. You guys do a fabulous job of bringing the community together, and I think that I'll speak for myself. I'm so busy with work and family and that I don't always get the chance to really experience the city. And so I just urge everybody to get out there and do that. And I myself am going to try to do that a little bit more often. I wanted to thank you also for removing agenda item number 7, enough said. And moving on to the third thing. Thank you. I was not able to be here for the proclamation that you issued about Food Waste Prevention Week. It is near and dear to my heart. And in that spirit, I am here with great news that the Fruitful Field in Pompano Beach, the Pompano-Deerfield border, if any of you have been there or are aware of it, they are willing to take, as we go into mango season, if anybody has extra mangoes, everybody's like, oh, I've got mangoes, bumper crop. You can donate them at the Fruitful Field. They will accept them on Wednesday and Friday morning between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. So you could drop them off on your way to work if people are going to work. The address is 100 Northeast 44th Street, Pompano Beach. And I do want to thank specifically, again, the city is so amazing, Mike Heimbach and Steve Ramanan took the time to get on a Zoom call with Jamie Castoro, the executive director of the Fruitful Field, and myself to start the conversation about, in the future, not this year, it's too short notice, it could take a whole year, to develop a program where we could have this city, anybody with mango trees in the city who have a bumper crop can get them to the fruitful field. And we can really feed a lot of people who are not able to get healthy food on their own. Food insecurity is a real thing. It's happening everywhere, and we have a way to help. And so, forgive the pun, we're planting the seed now to see if we could do something, hopefully next year. So thank you guys, and have a great night.
Hey, Susan, if you really want to start volunteering, let me know about FIL. I'm there about 3 times a month. So if you want me to just make the handshake, I can certainly do that for you.
Please let me know. I'll email you and figure out when. Do they really have a pool? Did I see a pool on site?
Go to a pool.
They go to a pool, okay.
They
'cause
have a gym there, and they do all kinds of stuff there. So there's a lot of stuff that you can be involved with.
I would love to teach with them and help there, so.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Get in touch with them.
Thanks. Please, next key in, please. Thank you. Okay. Is there anyone else who would like to speak on an agenda or non-agenda item? Or anyone else who has signed up? Mr. Kavanaugh?
Not at this time, Mayor.
Thank you so much. Seeing no one that wants to speak, thank you. Now, public hearing is now closed. Thank you. All right. A motion approving the minutes from previous city commission meeting 2025-0410R. Okay, that's the consent items. I will read them all. If anyone wants to pull, please let me know. Number 4, Resolution 2025-065, a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to execute the Fourth Amendment to the interlocal agreement with Broward County for community shuttle service. Number 5, Resolution 2025-072, a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to execute a work authorization for architecture, landscape architecture, planning and urban design services with Craven Thomas and Associates, Inc., to provide engineering plan review services for the Main Street project in accordance with RFQ number 10-06-21-11. Number 6, Resolution 2025-073, a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to execute a memorandum of understanding with the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, PCSO, for information sharing and use of license plate reader, LPR, extract files. Are there any items the commission wishes to pull from the consent agenda? We're
Pull 4, Mayor.
Pulling 4, thank you. Okay. Is there a motion and a second to approve consent agenda 3, 5, and 6?
Move it. Second.
Thank you.
I don't know who did what.
You have your choice.
Okay. Mr. Kavanaugh, you have your choice for who's second. Thank you. Okay. All right. Number 4. Well, sorry. I'm off tonight, am I? Okay. Please call the roll. Mr. Kavanaugh, for items 3, 5, and 6.
Commissioner Rydell.
Yes.
Commissioner Welch.
Yes.
Commissioner Brody.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Yes.
Mayor Raley.
Yes. Thank you. Now, for resolution number 4, is there a presentation? Yes. Thank you. Josh, do you have a question? Please, Commissioner Rydell.
Thank you, Mayor. The only reason I pulled the item is not because I object to the item. I support the item, candidly. I'm just, my request, I guess I want to just say it publicly, Madam Rose and to Brian, is pretty simple. Like, this is something that we've been developing in terms of we're adding an agreement to the community shuttle. Totally support it, right? But then the question becomes, and I know it's something the Vice Mayor, myself, at the time, Mayor Welsh, we've all talked about, like, the transition in terms of a different type of transportation model. So I don't object to this in continuing. I just want a little bit of an update, maybe, Bri, on terms of how we can shift this from maybe not necessarily a community bus. And I'm not trying to say we're in the world of like freebie or cricket at this point, but I just want to track it. So totally supportive of this tonight. We need to do it. We're getting dollars on it. I'm supportive of it. I just want to say, I just want to track how we're potentially expanding the use of the required county dollars for community transportation.
If you don't mind, Brian, I think I can answer that one. So there's two factors at play. One, Broward County is, we expected them to complete their master operational plan. It's still not done, and it will tie into our future master transit plan. But probably more importantly, we've been working with Broward County on the third amendment to the surtax agreement. And that third amendment is the agreement that would allow us to shift from the community shuttle model to the on-demand transit model, which is what's proposed by our master plan. So when those two things happen, we think that's when we'll make the shift. Right now, it is interesting because Broward County is allowing us to continue to operate our shuttle even though we're not meeting the minimum ridership number, so they're not taking any money away from us. It's an audited process. That is all going well, but we do want to move that third amendment forward. Aggressively, it's been dawdling along, so that's the key, is to get the funding.
No, Madam Rose, thank you. And that was really the only purpose of the question, of saying, hey, how can we shift to a better model? Really is what it is, because ironically, I was in Fort Lauderdale with a resident of Fort Lauderdale. I experienced the freebie.
The freebie.
Or circuit, I apologize on the name, the branding. It's like, yes, it's super cool, super easy, but I just want to track it because obviously we're not in a place to do it yet, but I just wanted the update. So Madam Rose, thank you. I'm great with the amendment because we need to do it right now. I just want to make sure we're tracking and changing what it is. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. All right. So do I have a...
Mayor, I had a request to speak.
Yes, Commissioner Welsh?
That did come up at the MPO meeting today, and because evidently Commissioner Fisher had made a presentation to the Broward League City Board of Directors last Friday in that regard, and I just wanted to know from the city manager if you could, because you've seen the document, I haven't, what was curtailed for us insofar as the alternate or optional future transportation funds for us for the surtax dollars? Did it designate or not?
So what happens with the term sheet for the third amendment to the interlocal agreement does 2 or 3 pretty significant things. One is it creates a designated pot of money for resurfacing projects, which is something that I've been pursuing for a long time. It also goes to a formula-based allocation, which, knowing our track record, would not be great because we obviously get the big surtax projects and we have them under our belt. Going to the formula-based will not give us as much money per year, but it will allow us to stack the money a couple of years in a row to do resurfacing projects, which is our priority. The other significant amendment is that it allows you to take and operate a community, in lieu of a community shuttle, an on-demand type of system. So those are the two, I mean, from our perspective. One, we don't expect to get a $14 or $15 million project again, because we got one, or we got 2. But we were, and we continue to be pretty good at filling out those applications. So this will go to a formula-based model, and it will not be, we won't be seeing big dollars from the surtax unless, things change. But we will have a designated pot of money coming in from the surtax.
And supposedly this is coming before the Broward County Commission on August 10.
And I appreciate you calling about that. Now, we have a term sheet that's been drafted and that PowerPoint presentation. We have not seen the draft amended interlocal agreement, which would be what we are waiting for. There was comments through the Broward County City Managers Association that would be the next step, but we're waiting to see that from the county.
Commissioner Fisher is the one that indicated that that was when it was coming before him. Yeah.
Mayor, if I may.
Commissioner Rydell.
So to piggyback on Commissioner Welch, the Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood are under the interpretation that they're going to be able to change the funding dynamic. So I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just curious, Madam Rose, if we can just, not tonight, can you give us an update? Because these cities believe there's, I guess we'll call it like restitution-based funding, or reimbursement funding, or whatever it's called. I don't want to say that because these cities were well ahead of the curve on it, right? So Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood and Deerfield, candidly, offered these services. So the only thing I'm asking is if you can update the commission on the cities that are currently providing the service, and if that's something that's going to be reimbursable under the MPO, whether under the current guidelines. Correct. That's the question.
So
is that fair?
it is, but those services are not funded, currently not funded through surtax dollars.
No, I'm with you completely. But
Okay.
but like I've talked to a commissioner in Fort Lauderdale, I've talked to a commissioner in Hollywood. They believe, in whether they've been told this or not been told this, they believe it will be.
Yes, that is the hope, that they will. And most of those services were grant funded through federal grants, and those federal grants expire. So it's a great thing for those folks that are running those shuttles, because their funding is going to dry up. So I will send you an update.
We're not beach. Like, I get it. We're not like a beach community. We don't qualify for certain things. But the only reason I say it is because I think it provides a valuable potential resource in Main Street and things down the road.
Absolutely.
So the only reason I don't think it's a pressing issue today, I think it's important for the future. So if you can update us on that and regarding
And the only other hope would be, right now, the way the formula is set up is that there is a guaranteed maximum contribution of 10% of the surtax, but of that 10%, all the community shuttle money gets funneled to the county or to us. It would be great if they would consider a little higher percentage or shifting a portion of that surtax of the shuttle money to another one of their systems, one of their funding systems. So if you're talking to anybody, that would be a good ask.
I'm educated that apparently some of the money that they've deferred, I don't want to get into this right now, I don't think it's relevant, but some of the taxi money they're giving has been shifted, but I just would like you to follow up for the purposes of the future of our city. But I'm great with the amendment.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Do we have a motion and a second?
Move.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Thank you. Mr. Kavanaugh, would you call the roll, please? The vote?
Commissioner Rydell?
Yes.
Commissioner Welch?
Yes.
Commissioner Brody?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman?
Yes.
Mayor Raley?
Yes. Thank you. City Attorney, Ms. Pyburn?
Thank you, Mayor Raley. Ordinance number 2025-14, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Coconut Creek, Florida, authorizing the mayor to execute the Second Amendment to the lease agreement by and between the City of Coconut Creek and Cellco Partnership, doing business as Verizon Wireless, which provides for the modification of equipment on the city's telecommunications tower at Lakeside Park, subject to all other terms and conditions provided therein, providing for recordation, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, and providing an effective date. This item is before you at this time for second reading and public hearing.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Yes, Brian? Now we'll have a presentation by Brian. Thank you.
No presentation. I'm just here if you have any additional
Okay.
questions. I understand they were addressed in the first reading.
Thank you. Are there any additional questions or discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, thank you. Yes. City Clerk Kavanaugh, please call the roll.
Commissioner Rydell?
Yes.
Commissioner Welch?
Yes.
Commissioner Brody?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman?
Yes.
Mayor Raley?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2025-16, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Coconut Creek, Florida, amending the city's Code of Ordinances by amending Chapter 13 Land Development Code, Article 2 Subdivision Regulations, Division 5 Subdivision Design Standards, Section 13-236, Purpose, Adoption of Utilities and Engineering Standards Manual, in order to reference the 2025 edition of the Utilities and Engineering Standards Manual, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, providing for codification, and providing an effective date. This item is before you at this time for first reading.
Thank you. Do we have a motion?
Move it.
Second.
Thank you.
Good
Yes,
evening.
Good evening.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners. The ordinance in front of you is to codify the new Utilities and Engineering Standard Manual. So the manual provides guidelines for engineers, consultants, and contractors for design and construction. So it was first issued in 1999, and throughout the years, there have been some updates, new standards. And this version allows us to clean up the old details and also meet the new requirements, the standards, and also memorialize all these changes. Now, the changes, the revisions are mainly for information updates, cleanup, but there are also additional sections, one of them being the reclaimed water, and there's another also for electronic and digital submittals and so forth. So, any questions?
You're the expert.
Thank you.
Any questions? Any discussion? Thank you. Mr. Kavanaugh, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Rydell,
Yes.
Commissioner Welch,
Yes.
Commissioner Brody,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman,
Yes.
Mayor Raley.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Ordinance number 2025-17, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Coconut Creek, Florida, amending the city's Code of Ordinances by amending Chapter 20, Utilities, Article 3, Water and Maintenance, in order to provide for maintenance compliance of private water and wastewater systems to prevent inflow and infiltration into the system, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, providing for codification, and providing an effective date. This item is before you at this time for first reading.
Thank you. Do we have a motion and a second?
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Good evening again.
Presentation.
So this is another ordinance that allows the city and city staff to look into private systems to determine if they have any issues, I&I problems. And the inspections are going to stem from irregularities, reads in the water and wastewater. So we started this since 20 plus years ago with the mobile home parks, where they had a lot of I&I issues since their systems are private. And we were able to bring them closer to meet the thresholds and the range. And at that time, speaking to our legal department, we have decided to apply it to every private system, so that way the mobile home parks don't feel they're targeted, because it makes sense. And not only this is going to save us money if we discover new I&I issues, because I&I is clean water going into the sewer system and it's being treated at treatment plants, so now we're paying for clean water to be treated. And secondly, also for environmental issues, when the water table is low, now instead of the water infiltrating, it exfiltrates and it goes into the system.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Rydell.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to make sure, are you good with the language that we have included in this?
Yes, I am.
Because I saw that there was some discussion in terms of the language, in terms of future use. You're good with this?
Yes, I am.
That's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Yes, Commissioner Welch.
It's not related to the ordinance, but while you're here, as the Director of Utilities and Engineering, I have to personally thank you and your staff that work on weekends and use all that equipment that we approve in our budget that you come forward and say you need so badly. I got to see it in action with the water line break in front of our house over the weekend. They were there almost immediately. They stayed until dark, and they came back Sunday morning. And even as cranky as some of my neighbors can be, I don't think anyone could find any fault whatsoever with the quality of work and integrity of your staff. It's just very, very commendable.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you. City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Rydell?
Yes.
Commissioner Welch?
Yes.
Commissioner Brody?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman?
Yes.
Mayor Raley?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Okay. And thank you. At this time, I'll open the public hearing. Are there any members of the public who would like to speak? On which item are we talking? No, sorry. Never mind. Wrong one. We're moving on. Aye. Okay. Yes. Resolution approving the Lakaya Village 1 Condominium Association application for matching grant funds from the Neighborhood Enhancement Grant Program for security enhancements. At this time, I would like to recuse myself and pass the gavel to Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Thank you, Mayor. Is there a motion and a second to approve item 11?
Motion.
Moved by Brody, Commissioner Brody, seconded by Commissioner Rydell. Are there any questions or comments from the City Commission? Oh, actually, anything for the report?
Nope. I don't think a presentation is needed unless there are any questions.
Any questions?
Are people here from Lucaya?
Yep, Bob is here.
I know the answer. I just had to ask. Thank you.
All right. City Clerk, are there any members of the public who have signed up to speak on this item?
Not at this time, Vice Mayor.
Is there anyone in the audience who is present that would like to have put input on this item? All right. Are there any further questions or comments from the commission? All right. Please, City Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Rydell?
Yes.
Commissioner Welch?
Yes.
Commissioner Brody?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman?
Yes.
And Mayor Raley recused herself on the record already. Thank you.
Thank you. Got it back? You got it. Okay, and as noted at the beginning of the meeting, agenda item number 12 has been continued. So I'd like to proceed with the city manager's report.
I'll be very brief. Today was the Public Employees Appreciation Luncheon. It was spectacular. Spectacular. I really want to thank both Parks and Recreation, Public Works, and HR who put together an unbelievable event, and everybody was so appreciative. So thank you for your support in allowing us to have that event today, and if you got a chance to stop by, it was great. It was great.
Yeah,
we just have received confirmation from Redstone Ranch that they intend to cancel the event that they have been discussing with us over the last week.
What am I going to do on Saturday?
So, concern on that. The school zone cameras are starting to get permitted and will be going in. The expectation is, with Tradewinds being the only school that will be in session over the summer, that the warning period will begin at the beginning of the school year and will last for 60 days. And
Sheila,
that's all I have to offer.
is Dave Thomas's summer school
Yes,
also?
Commissioner Welch.
Sorry.
Oh, is Dave Thomas? I don't know. That's a good question. I thought it was just Tradewinds Elementary that had summer school. Okay, I'll confirm that.
Anyone else have any questions? Thank you. City Attorney Pyburn, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Just for the benefit of anybody who's listening, I know I had advised all of you after our meeting yesterday with Broward County, Deerfield Beach, Broward County and Deerfield Beach on the Chapter 164 Intergovernmental Dispute Resolution Conflict Assessment meeting having to do with the landfill. And I told you all how it went, just for the benefit of those that are listening. Pembroke Pines was there as well, with plenty of people. and also there were representatives there from Coral Springs, Fort Lauderdale, Broward League of Cities, and Greg Ross. We concluded the staff level conflict assessment phase yesterday. We did not resolve anything. We will proceed to the joint board meeting stage. I will be in touch with all of you regarding scheduling. I understand that it may be somewhat difficult given that the county takes a pretty big break from about mid-June until I think around mid-August. We were hoping to get it scheduled before we are supposed to have our hearing in the administrative court proceeding at the end of August. But again, we're going to have to look at our schedules as well as Deerfield Beach and Broward County and possibly Pembroke Pines, because they did seem rather interested in the proceedings yesterday and said they'll be in touch. So we'll see how that goes. Again, I'll keep you updated. I don't know if anybody has any questions. I did also attend the San Melina Homeowners Association meeting last night and spoke with them about the county's approvals of the 4 ordinances to expand the landfill, and they were very interested as well, so I'll keep you updated on that also. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Rydell.
Thank you, Mayor. Madam City Attorney, I just want to address this real quick because I think it's relevant to the comments you just made. So I'm urging my colleagues, obviously I can't speak to all of you and your schedules. I do not want to be the reason we delay meeting with the county, right? So like legally, there's time frame obligations that our city attorney is going to, promulgate to the county of saying, hey, our commission can meet this day, this day, this day.
Yeah.
I know for a fact the county can't do that, but I would urge all of us that if our city attorney reaches out to us and says, hey, can you do this day, this day, this day? Our answer is yes, if you can. And I say it because time frames matter.
Yeah.
And I would just urge us all to not be in a position of saying, oh, I don't know about that day. Just please acquiesce to that day, because I actually think that it helps us in larger litigation. So that's my only comment on that front. I'm really troubled because a couple weeks ago, at our last meeting, I asked Mayor Raley to send a letter to Commissioner Bogan about buying that land. Letter's gone out twice, 0 response. Mayor, Madam Rose, if you can address it.
I did actually reach out to Sadie in his office and ask her to put it in front of him and see what we could do. Her concern was she couldn't get it on this agenda, but she did indicate she thought she didn't say yes or no, but my impression was that they were moving it forward.
I've talked to Mark on the issue, Commissioner Bogan. We need to push that. We need to push that globally. Because at the end of the day, even in correlation with the Solid Waste Authority, it's absolutely absurd that Broward County will not purchase acreage to do whatever they want to do on it with an opportunity under essentially a land use, what do you call, I'm drawing a blank right now, Darrell, when you're asking what the land's worth. What is it? An appraisal. Yes. I apologize. When you're asking for an appraisal, and the appraisal under the contract with the county is under a model that actually funds it cheaper. So I'd urge all of you to, Mark needs to push this. It's been made crystal clear to me by Mayor Furr and Mayor Geller, or Senator Geller, whatever the hell his title is. It's very important, his title, so I don't want to infuriate his title. Don't infuriate his title. He's very tied to his title. I don't say that offensively. I say it in a position that we're in a position right now that it needs to go forward. We have cities that want it to go forward to purchase these 26 acres. The final master plan, the Solid Waste Authority, is being published now, literally now. You'll all get a copy this week. May 22nd is the executive board committee meeting on it. It's going to be down at the Broward West, which is University. I'd urge you all to come. I'll be there. We had a meeting on the 16th. It's the 22nd, the 21st. 21st? Harry's not here. No one's here. I'm drawing a blank just because it's been a long night. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. I apologize. And candidly, this is something all of you, I would actually ask you to come to. Yeah, it's May 21st. So Wednesday, May 21st, from 8 to 12, is it's the governing board and the executive board meeting of the Solid Waste Authority, where they're rolling out the literal white paper of solid waste in the county. You'll have it, because I'm about to have it in 2 days. I have a rule set up in the city. Sheila, as soon as you get it from Todd, please circulate it to my colleagues. And just because the white paper is out that day doesn't mean it's final, right? But I would love you all to be there in a capacity of advocating. So there's other things I could talk about in terms of the city sports and things like that. I don't want to belabor the point. The most important thing for me is that meeting. It was supposed to be the 16th. It was just canceled to the 21st because that literally happened like a week ago. And we have to move forward positively. And Mark needs to, Commissioner Bogan needs to put this on the agenda because the county needs to purchase this property. Madam Rose, I think you'd agree with that. So that's where I see it. I don't want to talk about anything else. I think it was an amazing evening, and I want to say I love our staff. I want to give a specific shout out to Peter Gay. Some of the data she gave us has nothing to do with anything and regarding water rates and things like that Madam Rose gave me is unparalleled, because I wouldn't normally support certain increases. I wouldn't normally understand certain data aspects of our budget, but for Peter Gay giving it to Sheila, it was a different feeling, 2 meetings ago, but I will tell you this, she deserves the accolades in the world, and Sheila, please give credit to your staff and your directors for supporting us understanding what could potentially come down the pipe with whatever comes from Tallahassee. So that's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Commissioner Welsh.
Well, I'm going to tag on your Solid Waste Authority. I attended virtually the Climate Change Task Force meeting this afternoon from 1 to 4, and the last thing that wasn't on the agenda was Mayor Furr talking about looking for our task force to help with communication and reinforcement of his views on the draft that he said was coming out tomorrow for the master plan. And so he gave his version of why the county approved heightening and widening our Monarch landfill, which he admitted was the largest in the U.S., he said, and what he was going to take out of it and why, the methane, and sending only C and D there, which would be of little consequence. And my notes in the chat were ignored, and he made a big deal about Waste Management giving $2 million towards their composting efforts up in Okeechobee. I'm going to have to, I know, and I'm going to have to admit, I don't know if I really want to serve on this task force anymore. I felt it was an honor and a privilege to be recommended by our now deceased Commissioner Kristen Jacobs to be on it, but I'm the only one there that is going to be representing what the truth of the matter is. And it just felt really awkward. So I'm going to look and see how I was appointed and by whom, and I just really have to rethink it, because I don't even see that I have an ally there to represent on our behalf like I did before. But I don't want to end on that note. I know at the last meeting, I asked staff to look at the electric scooters and electric bikes, et cetera, and data on that. Well, MPO has already done that. They conducted a survey of 30 cities and how they are conducting business according to the laws it reads now and how they're enforcing it. So as soon as I get that link and the spreadsheet to Sheila, to our city manager, then I'll share it with all of you. So there's no sense reinventing the wheel as to how we may or may not want to address it any differently. And I want to thank city manager for indicating that the Mazda traffic study will be done before end of school year so that it's not done through the summer. I really, really appreciate it. And last and not least is Happy Mother's Day to all of those that either are a mother or are a mother-like figure to someone. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Brody.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I want to say I went to that luncheon today, and the staff that put that together, they need a huge pat on the back because that thing was amazing. I have never seen that many departments intermingling, laughing, having a good time. You know, it really says a lot about our city and how the departments ran and the people that we hire, because I think, you know, when you look at our city, you look at classy people. You just look at amazing people who just get along and see how to succeed. It was amazing watching them. I had never seen anything like that. And I came from big companies that do this kind of stuff all the time. And everybody normally would sit in their corners and talk trash on the other departments, right? What you saw today during that time period was everybody getting along and smiling and interacting with each other naturally. And I'm going to tell you, whoever's idea was that to get the ice cream-filled donut with the vanilla glaze and the Oreo cookie sprinkle, I have to take 2 insulin shots tonight. But that thing was rocking. And, of course, there was the line of our great PD was awful long for some reason. I think it was, I don't know why that was so long on there. But it was amazing, and they need to get a lot of credit for putting that together. There was a lot of moving parts. Now, I didn't do the silent dancing. Because there was no alcohol served with these drinks, and you're not going to get me dancing without booze. So, but God bless everybody that danced out there, because it was hilarious, and everybody had a good time. So pat on the back for the staff for that one, and Madam Rose, thank you for letting the staff be so creative with that. Shout out to Monarch High School softball. They won today under regional 6-4 to beat Fort Lauderdale Flyers or Lightning, whatever they're called. But beat them Flying L's, yeah. The saying. But congratulations to them. They move on to the next stage, and I think we all need to support our local high school and make sure that we throw them some love over there, because it was awful hot out there today. This week I got to go to Casano's, and I'm not throwing my shirt away because that thing still smells like bread. It was amazing. If we ever watched How It's Made, that TV show, I walked in there and my mind was spinning. The amount of stuff that they were doing in that building, in that space, is just amazing. And the bread, it was so good. It smelled so awesome. Nice people. We sat and talked for 45 minutes before we even did the tour. So really great people. I mean, that's a home run right there. So thank you, Scott, and the staff that brought him into our city, because, wow, that's a home run in that. I also got to go with the mayor and Commissioner Welsh over to Lions Creek to open up their art and band rooms. Wow, it's amazing. Those guys are lucky. My kids went to those schools, and it looked nothing like that. So they really did it right. It was really a home run with that. You know, had the people out from the school board, and it was very positive, and the kids were having a good time, and the teachers were having a good time. So it was really kind of shows the positiveness that they're showing the love to our schools here in Coconut Creek. I'm going to end with, remember Friday night we have bike safety night. I will be there on a bike if you want to see some entertaining stuff. But it's going to be a lot of times. The bike safety, I believe it's at 5 p.m. It's an hour tour around Sable Pines on the bikes with the families. So I recommend everybody get there. It's got a bike and learn how to do safety with the police officers. Also, following that is the Grub and Groove. So let's not forget about that. Let's support our events. Right after you get off your bike, you can go listen to some music and have some food. So once again, our city has been really killing it lately. So absolutely thank everybody from the bottom of my heart of the job they've been doing and the pride they're showing in doing their job. So sure makes me very, very proud to be living here. Thank you.
Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Thank you, Mayor. Josh, you said nobody was here, but Wayne's here. Wayne's in the house in the back. I don't know if you remember what you said like 2 minutes ago, but whatever. You looked up and you're like, oh, no, you said something like, oh, nobody's here. But Wayne is here. Okay. So, all right. Zero throwing under the bus at all. Happy birthday to Saul. We had a great time at his birthday party a couple weeks ago. I did ask to pull the Lakewood East off the agenda today. Some residents over there It kind of came fast. Some of them hadn't even seen the plans, so they kind of requested to have more time to look at things. Lakewood East, that they're a very passionate group of residents. So, yeah, sure. Haste makes waste, and it gives them more time to process and look at those things, and then they can come in for the presentation in a couple weeks. I will be at the Sprouts ribbon cutting tomorrow morning. We're super excited. 6:30 a.m. if anybody wants to join. It's going to be, South Creek is getting something special. We're very excited about the, what's happening down there. Speaking. I know, but I'm going. We got to be at the first. This is a big step for South Creek. Also, I spoke to Madam Rose about Coconut Creek Plaza, trying to get a report on the 911 calls there over the past year. I want to see if there's been some improvements from our meeting that we've had. Trying to see, I have seen lots of changes in that plaza for the positive when I go. That's our home Publix. So I have been feeling it. I just want to know if the data reflects it, right? I did, and then another thing. HOAs are, such a hot topic today. I was talking to Sheila about kind of creating I don't want to call it an HOA task force, but I want to work on, maybe inviting HOA presidents to a meeting. They could share ideas. They could talk about things they're going through with their property management companies. Maybe they could help each other out. Just trying to, last week was kind of eye-opening for me. I think it was eye-opening for a lot of people, some of the things we heard with the AC and this and that. I was great. It's unbelievable when we had the residents come speak to us. So it would be nice. I'm not asking for consensus at all. I'm just letting you guys know. So thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. I won't go through everything that's been said. We've just been very busy with very good things that are happening in the city. Lots of awards going out to our students. Congratulations. When you go to these events and see what our students accomplish, it really is heartwarming because, like you say, you always hear the negative stuff, but we have some amazing students in this city. I also want to say I know we're celebrating another 105th birthday next week, Olga. So that will be our second one in the same number of weeks besides Saul's 100th. So God bless them all. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. I also want to say that we do have occasionally, and you might be right, Jeff, Commissioner Wasserman, about HOAs and condo associations. Winmore has hosted a number of events where we invite all the leaders of condos and HOAs, so that we can brainstorm. And there is a House bill that has been passed, 913, so that is trying to give some of our residents some relief. I do have a breakdown of that. I did not bring it. I will share it with all of you. I'll bring that. I have a summary of it, so I will send it to you, Sheila, and you can disperse it. And that's really all I'm going to have to say. Really, again, happy Mother's Day. Enjoy the weekend. And a wonderful luncheon. Again, kudos to staff. It was fun. It was enjoyable. It was bringing everyone together. So thank you. Do I have a motion?
Move to adjourn.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.